The morning after surrender is almost insulting in its normalcy. The alarm still goes off, there is still a glass beside the bed, your phone still has messages waiting. You stand in the bathroom and look at a face that is slightly swollen from crying. You turn on the faucet, brush your teeth, pull your hair back, and start the coffee. Last night you finally said it. I can't do this anymore. I surrender. And some part of you thought the world would know, but the coffee maker doesn't. The dishes in the sink don't. Morning arrives exactly the way it always has. You pour the coffee and stand at the counter. For a moment, you wait. Not consciously. You would probably deny you are waiting for anything, but you notice your chest, your breathing, your thoughts. You are checking, do I feel different? Calmer? Lighter? Is this what letting go feels like? The answer is disappointing. You're tired, your eyes hurt. The same problem you cried about last night still exists. Actually, several of them do. And now there is something else, a strange embarrassment about how completely you meant what you said. You had imagined surrender differently. Maybe not consciously, but somewhere along the way, you absorbed the idea that letting go would feel like relief, like finally setting down something heavy. A long breath, a quiet room inside yourself. Instead, it feels more like waking up after a terrible night and realizing you still live here. You open the refrigerator, close it, pick up your phone, put it down again. You stare at the mail you didn't open yesterday. Nothing inside you feels wise, nothing feels particularly spiritual. Mostly you feel worn out and a little confused. Because wasn't surrender supposed to help? That question follows you through the morning. While you get dressed, while you answer the first message of the day, while you rinse yesterday's cup, there is a part of you that wants some evidence that last night mattered. A sign, a change, even a small feeling of peace would do. Instead, there is only this strange absence. You no longer have enough energy to tell yourself everything is fine, but you don't have an answer either. And perhaps that is the part no one talks about. There can be a space between finally admitting that you can't keep going the old way and knowing another way to go. That space can feel frightening because fighting gave you something to do. Plan, push, solve, endure. Even when none of it was working, there was movement. Surrender takes that movement away. You said you couldn't do it anymore. And now, here you are. Still here, still making coffee, still answering the phone, still carrying a life that has not rearranged itself simply because you finally told the truth. For a while, surrender may not feel like being carried. It may simply feel like no longer having the strength to pretend you are carrying everything well. Later, you sit down for a few minutes. Not to meditate, not to find meaning, you are just tired. The house makes its ordinary sounds around you, a truck outside, water moving through the pipes, the refrigerator turning on, your phone buzzing on the table. You don't feel peaceful, but you notice something quieter. Last night, you stopped one thing. You stopped insisting that you should be able to handle all of this. That isn't an answer. It doesn't make the day easier, but it's true. And right now, truth may be the only thing that has changed. Maybe you've experienced this morning, the one after you finally broke down, after you finally admitted you couldn't keep doing something the way you had been doing it. You expected relief, instead you woke up tired, maybe even more vulnerable than before, and perhaps you wondered whether you had done surrender wrong. But surrender doesn't always arrive as peace. Sometimes it begins with exhaustion. Sometimes the first thing that disappears isn't the problem. It's the story that you are still managing it just fine. The rest may take longer. The questions may actually become louder before they become clearer. You may look around at the same life and have no idea what comes next. You don't have to call that peaceful. You don't have to make it beautiful. And you don't have to turn this morning into proof that anything has changed. For now, perhaps it's enough to notice that yesterday you were still fighting yourself for not being able to carry everything. Today, you are simply tired. Nothing has been solved. But for one ordinary morning, maybe you can let tired be tired without asking it to become wisdom yet. If today's conversation helped you recognize something you've quietly been living, you'll find a free ebook below along with the book that inspired this channel. And if you'd like to continue these conversations as new episodes are released, I'd be honored to have you join this community by subscribing. Until next time, be gentle with yourself. I'll see you soon.